So I never thought I'd be making a video about an internet meme, but here we are. This meme has obviously taken the internet by storm. I'm sure you've seen it. He's just a chill dude. He's a chill guy who don't really be giving enough, but there's actual interesting lore to this guy, along with the artist who drew him, and now there's a ton of drama involving crypto bros, scams, the artist getting doxxed allegedly. I mean, it just got insane out of nowhere. I don't even know how it escalated to this point, but let's just jump right into it. So this meme was made by user Philip Banks on Twitter. He's been kind of active over the last week, talking about his art being blasted to the whole world. And if you couldn't guess by the intro, the meme is quite literally just, this art that's supposed to represent a chill dude. People use it for memes like, oh, when your girlfriend's yelling at you, but you're just a chill dude. Or they'll use it for things like relating to their job or work. But, it's very simple what it's supposed to represent. And it's interesting, really, this meme, obviously it's kind of recent, on Twitter and throughout, most of the internet. It's recent within the last week. But this meme became a thing like 2 months ago on TikTok. Like everyone was using this meme on TikTok. It lasted maybe a couple days and then it just kind of died off. Like no one really cared about it. And randomly it made another resurgence on Twitter and like the rest of the internet 2 months later. Well, the popularity was obviously more the second time because now you have Philip posting on his Twitter account saying, it's been a while since the last time this happened, but since I've been getting messages through Twitter, IG, and even through my Ko-Fi, I just want to be clear about this. I don't endorse or consent to my art being used to any crypto related things. Please leave me alone. Showing images that people took his art and were using it for just a chill guy CTO. A bunch of people DMing him, hey, are you the artist? If so, they made a coin about him. People DMing him on Ko-Fi, again, asking if he's made like a crypto coin about it. And this set the crypto bros into a rage. Like they're replying saying, you and a million other salty fucks. Look at the owner of PopCat. Take a number. You could just ask for tokens and embrace your arts gathering community around it, but you're miserable. One degen saying, this is why you're poor. And then people memeing on him. I understand your opinion, but I'm just a chill guy and sometimes don't really care much. Just great response. But anyway, he continued tweeting about it, showing this video like scrolling through his Twitter page with a bunch of people just adding him in crypto shit. And eventually this led to him making a tweet that went pretty viral. It got over 5 million views. And he said, just putting it out there, Chill Guy has been copyrighted, like legally. I'll be issuing takedowns on for-profit related things over the next few days. Not like brand accounts using him as a trend. That's kind of something I don't really care about. I do ask for credit or Xboxes. Mainly unauthorized merchandise and shitcoins. So again, of course, this went super viral. Everyone was like, on his side, they were saying, this is great. This is amazing. Thank you for doing this. And on the other side, the crypto people got insanely upset. Like, for example, this guy quote tweeted him showing a image of a crypto chart for Chill Guy, as you see up here at the top, and it just completely tanked. Now, I'm not going to act like I'm a crypto bro. I really am not. I know little to nothing about crypto, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I understand what's going on, but I think this is pretty simple. I mean, we can look at a downward slope here and see, holy shit. I mean, he completely killed the coin, but I mean, justified. If it's his artwork and his IP, he doesn't have to let you make a crypto coin out of it, right? I mean, seems pretty simple to me. Now, of course, some people are criticizing him saying, well, you really shouldn't have done this. If you made a crypto coin out of this, you would have made millions. Like just allowing this to blow up and, your little piece of art becomes a viral meme. You should take advantage of it, jump into crypto, do everything that you want with it, make a bunch of money on it and dip out, set yourself for life by making $1 million+ off of crypto coins or whatever. And to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I can't say that if I was in this guy's shoes, if there was an ethical way to do that I wouldn't. I don't know. Again, specifying on the ethical, like, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't rug pull or anything, but if there's a way that I could use my art to just make a bunch of money off of a crypto coin and it was ethical, then what would be the downside to it? I suppose it's just something a lot of people don't really understand, including myself. And so I think people kind of avoid it because there is just generally like this idea of it's bad, it's a scam. And honestly, I do kind of have that same, concept in my head. I'm kind of like, maybe there's this is unethical in some way. I really don't understand how it works. So I don't even necessarily really blame the guy. But crypto bros weren't the only ones kind of giving this guy pushback. Even some artists gave this guy some shit. Like this guy made this meme where he said, I'm just a chill guy, but if you use my IP, I will issue a DMCA. And it's like, okay, but I feel like if you're using his art to make something like merch that's not, he's not profiting off of, or make a crypto coin, yeah, you should issue DMCA. I support that. Why the fuck wouldn't he? I mean, he specifically said he doesn't care if people like brands use it or memes use it, but if you're going to be making profit off of his work, then like he's in the right. He's in the right to do it. I mean, is he supposed to just say he's such a chill guy that he's fine with you stealing from him? No, that's not what a chill guy is. A chill guy is not okay with you stealing from him, bro. Like, come the fuck on. But the situation escalated because then he continued to tweet out where he said, "Well, when I drew that cartoon dog in October of last year, I didn't expect it to lead to me getting doxxed." Now, he doesn't really elaborate what happened here or how he got doxxed. Now, obviously, there's no proof of this, and I'm not making this allegation, but people in the replies are like speculating that it's the crypto bros or something to do with that. I don't really know that for sure, and I wouldn't make that as a definitive statement, but I mean, he's been beefing with them openly for like days now, so it's very interesting. But even days later, they didn't let up because he decided to make a plushie. So he made a plushie for his art. He worked with this company called Makeshift. They tweeted out, "When you decide to become a plushie for your chill fans with a chill company because you're a chill guy?" And they show his art here. And so he quote tweeted it saying that we met the original goal, but there's still 8 days left. You can still pledge during that time, basically to produce the plushies and, you know, have this be a real thing. But when you go to the quote tweets, it's just tons and tons of tweets by Crypto Bros saying that he sucks, that he just lost everything. For example, this one has 4,000 likes. It's someone saying, "Bro turned down $4 million in crypto to instead," checks notes, "make $2 profit per plushie made by Chinese children slave labor." What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Now, even this guy continues his thread, you know, saying that there isn't direct proof of this makeshift company using child slave labor. He continues his tweet saying, "Unless I see documented proof there isn't poor working conditions / child slave labor / slave labor for these plushies, I have to assume it is." And links a bunch of articles of like Hasbro and Disney working with China, etc. So he's basically saying that he's just operating off the assumption that because this is a big toy company, they're probably secretly using this at, you know, like labor in China. He also continues saying some of his own side is criticizing him for partnering with 2 different places to make plushies, saying he's greedy to make that $2 per. I'm stunned, literally. Showing a tweet of someone saying partnering with Makeshift and YouTubes at the same time is biblical level greed. And listen, I like clowning on Twitter artists, believe me, I have a history of doing it. There was that whole Fallen Chungus arc in history on my channel where I beefed with that guy, live streamed a bunch of shit with him, and then later came back and did an interview with him. I thought that interview went well. And I would absolutely openly shit on this guy too. I really have no, problem with doing that. But I don't know, I mean, he's doing it the way he wants to do it. Is it that big of a deal? I don't understand the ethics of crypto. I don't know how it works. If it's unethical and he wants to turn it down, props to him. I don't really care. But I mean, if there really was an ethical way to do this where it's not some sort of rug pull, then I guess it's fair to criticize him that he missed out on a big opportunity. But maybe he just doesn't want to sit there and openly explain to his audience this isn't a scam and just be painted as a scammer regardless of if there's an ethical way to do it. Because again, that's another thing you have to think about with crypto is there's such a huge negative connotation to it. But maybe he shouldn't care. When you're offered 6 figures, 7 figures, maybe you just shouldn't give a fuck if you're painted that way because you're making a shitload of money. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's his decision, it's his art, it's his life. But the guy can do whatever he wants with that. And so maybe that's not, as fiery of a take as I should give. Maybe he's supposed to be just fucking selling out instantly, making as much money as possible. That's probably the best financial decision. I guess I should be flaming him for it, but I'm just being honest. I say how I see it, and I don't know. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Peace.